Well now, I should probably explain something. In my attempts to move the time and date forward a little bit to try to see if my trees could grow, I advanced my island into phases I cannot undo. Notably, we now have a town hall. Oh hey, Nook Miles Plus. But you know what? I'd say we should give our new friendly face a visit. I think you know who it is. No, down from there. Down, down, down. Thank you. Hello, hello. Welcome to the new and improved Resident Services tent. Oh, did I say tent? Of course I meant building. And we couldn't have built it without your help. Now, as I mentioned in my broadcast, we need new support staff for a new building, so Isabelle is here to take good care of us. You're loyal, right? Mr. Nook has told me about you. I'm fairly new to this job, so I'm sure I'll have my hands full learning all the ins and outs for a while. But I'm already smitten with island life, so you can count on me to give my absolute best. Let's just say it up front, you are fucking adorable. And there you have it. Isabelle and I will split up duties here to better support you all. Broadly speaking, I'll take care of anything related to homes or other construction issues. Isabelle will help you with general island matters and resident support. Set the appropriate counter when you need help, and we'll rush over in 2 swishes of a raccoon's tail. In fact, have a seat now so we can introduce you to some new services. Now with that out of the way, I have something I'd like your help with. When you have a moment, please sit at my counter. I hope I can count on your continued support of Tropitopia and our new resident services building. What be the haps? Yes, this is a construction consultation counter. Before we begin, allow me to quickly explain the services offered at my counter. In addition to my normal duties, I can also talk about issues related to island construction. There are lots of fun little projects that will make the island a more comfortable place to live. I can help with building bridges or inclines such as ramps or stairs, or even moving existing buildings. There are optional extras for your island experience, so these services will of course incur additional fees. And with that information in mind, what do you think? You wanted my help? Oh, you're already eager to hear how you can help out, hmm? Well, we've got a fine building for resident services now, and you've no doubt admired the plaza, hmm? It's primed and ready for major events, if I have anything to say about it. To think that we started with a deserted island and have grown into a bustling community, I want to do something grand to celebrate. Oh yes, I have big plans. Oh, got your attention, hmm? Our goal is to have the incredibly popular musician KK Slider come and put on a show here on Tropitopia. Loyal, I'm sure you know who KK is, yes? Yeah, he's that white dog who appeared in my dreams once. I always knew you had excellent taste, Loyal. By the way, his song KK Lament is my go-to karaoke song. Sorry about that. As you might guess, I'm a big fan. It's easy to get sidetracked talking about him. Oh, that's cute. He's blushing. Back to our goal. If we hold a KK concert here, Tropitopia could become a household name. We've done a lot so far to further the development of this island, but a KK show would be the culmination of our hard work. I'd love your cooperation, Loyal. When you're ready for more details, come ask me, what should I do again? Sure thing. Just a couple things I gotta get handled. Now, because I have time travel, there's quite a bit to do first. Quite a lot to donate. And also, that's my garage. Actually take that out. as you can see here, I've spaced things out because apparently they couldn't properly grow one space apart. And we have my money tree here. Not enough room, huh? The hell? Oh, right. I need a bank. All this money's gotta go somewhere. Oh, right, the AVD. That's a bank. Account balance donation, I would assume. I could only assume. So yeah, things got a tiny bit hectic. But you know what? It's all good. Let's pay the good old AVD a visit. Any extra money past 99,000 bells goes right into the AVD. Oh yeah, that's right. Time travel. AVD. Deposit. Three, 0, 0, 0, 0. Will that be enough? Hmm. $5,000 bells. Gotta sneeze. Alright. You know, you really would think I would be able to have like 100,000 bells in my wallet all at once. But you know, I guess that is why the AVD is there, but really, you think I'd be able to just have all them, like, At least up to 999,999. Oh well. 5, 0, 0. There we go. Bingo. Also, let me just put this out there right now. I'm actually usually very against me time traveling, but in this case I was a little bit desperate because I really wanted to see why some of my trees weren't growing. I had to troubleshoot a little bit and I realized that, yeah, they definitely do need to be spaced apart evenly. So, if I have upset anyone watching this, because I told them that I time traveled, just know that it was more out of desperation than just wanting to cheat. I only went about, like, mostly 2 or 3 days forward. Because, from the time I planted the saplings, it would only take about 2 or 3 days for me to have to see any noticeable changes. When I realized that something wasn't right, I decided, you know what, no. I absolutely do have to, replant these, gardens. And because I time traveled forward a little bit, things like Isabelle coming to the island happened. Plenty of other people came to visit. Oh no, wait, that was a bamboo shoot. But I really don't want to time travel again. Because I know that if you're gone too long, as I'm told, your villagers will act like you've been gone forever. But if you play things safely, you should be fine, but I mostly did this out of desperation than, you know, really wanting to cheat. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. No! Oh, you're down there, that's why. Just want to make a quick buck. So, again, I do apologize for anyone I may have upset by time traveling. It's like I always say, the only time I'd ever really cheat is if I'm desperate, not just because I want to cheat. I mean, there's never a good reason to cheat. Everything's done well through good old-fashioned hard work. Which is why I decided to replant my, orchards when they weren't spaced apart properly. It's like that one lesson from Super Speedy Cider Squeezy. Through determination and hard work, you know, without cheating, you can accomplish your goals. That's what it's all about. So, real quick, I'm just gonna sell any extra saplings here. And then I'm gonna look for fossils, get more stuff from my money tree, etc., etc. Aw, look at her napping over there. That's cute. She's working so hard, she's just napping. That's adorable. Let's talk infrastructure. About bridges and inclines. We have something new for getaway package participants. That's me. Oh, call. Hello? Hello? Oh boy. Hi!
Hi.
I am going to be adding a bridge to my island. Now, what would you like to discuss? Let's build a bridge. Oh, you like a new bridge, hmm? Ah, yes. Bridges are a good way to connect lands separated by rivers. Go ahead and pick on one from our catalog. Log, suspension, stone, wooden. Holy fuck, that's expensive. Oh wow, you know what, we'll go for the good old classic log bridge. A log bridge, and you're sure about this? You want to proceed with this bridge? Yes. Use the bridge marker kit I've placed within your pocket to set aside some land for our bridge project. Right on. Well, Tom Nook did say this thing doesn't come cheaply. I know where I want to plant this though, because I want to plant this right here. Yeah. Oh, that looks good. Let the land connect. What the hell? Oh wait, that's a little oh, it's what's the name of the little wooden dude? Little guy, a guy with little arms.
Gyroid.
Gyroid, yeah.
His name is Lloyd.
Oh, yeah. I have a little Lloyd as a construction worker. That's cute.
No, that Lloyd is that specific one's name. The kind of thing he is called Gyroid, I think.
Oh, hello, Boyle. Tom Nook here. Did you find a good spot for the log bridge? A perfect spot. Wonderful. Now, as part of the kit you set up, Lloyd will stay and collect donations for the construction fees. Island residents can contribute little by little. Once we reach our goal, construction will begin. Of course, you can feel free to make whatever hefty donations you want. So basically, I'm assuming that once the required thing is reached, he'll start building.
Yeah.
And if you don't make any hefty donations, our goal might never become a reality. Anywho, all construction donations should go to Lloyd, and we'll talk again soon, hmm? Absolutely. Hey Lloyd, I got something for you. Hiya, having a great morning, pal? Right now I'm taking donations for a log bridge. Our goal is 98,000 bells. Currently we have 0 bells in donations, which is just lovely, isn't it? I can't tell if that's sarcasm or like placeholder text. But either way, that's hilarious. We still need 98,000 bells. If you can spare even a single bell, great. We appreciate your support, friend. Well, you're in luck because I'm donating 98,000 bells. May I have 98,000 bells as a donation, friend? Can you imagine someone coming up to you and asking that much?
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong, it never hurts to ask for a donation, but if someone comes up to you asking for a ludicrous amount, and they really do look like they need it, either just wisely donate, or, I don't know, that'd be like a very wild situation. Because of you, we've reached our goal of 98,000 bells. Next step, project completion. Great work, buddy. Yeah! Alright, we reached our donation goal. Now, by tomorrow, we'll have a bridge, and I no longer have to use this vaulting pole between this and my orchard on the right side of my island. Yay! Gimme the muns, fool. Gimme the muns, fool. Oh yeah, this is when I accidentally screwed up this tree and I ended up getting 3,000 bells instead of 30,000. Blathers! I got plenty of things for you. Woohoo! If it isn't loyal! Thanks to you, the art gallery is now complete. Your very own donations made it all possible, Loyal. So to you, I'm most grateful. The entrance to the gallery is but a jaunt up the stairs. Please, do take a gander at your leisure. Or leisure. Yeah, I figured it would be here. What's that? I saw something climbing near the top window. So this is where all of the different art galleries will be. Art, you know, pieces of art, statues, paintings, the works. Right then, let's get to donating. Assess fossils. Fossils. Da da da. Tacky skull. Nice. I never thought I'd lay eyes upon such a well-preserved tacky skull. Oh god. Pachycephalosaurus was, to be blunt, not the brightest star in the dinosaur firmament. What I mean is, with its incredibly thick skull, some 10 inches thick in spots, it didn't have much room for, well, for brains. Its brain was likely quite small, but at least it was extremely safe in its bony prison. Oh dear. So like I said, I know that the past few episodes, things have been very, very hectic with me, like, you know, including crossfade transitions between a lot of different things. I've been running back and forth all over my island trying to, like, do everything. Let me see here. Indeed. Hoo-hoo! A plesiotail. Alright, so you don't have that yet. The Plesiosaurus is a classic of the ancient reptile world. That long, graceful neck, the wee little head, and the plump turtle-like body make for a striking silhouette. Incidentally, despite the saurus name, it wasn't actually a dinosaur. Common error, eh what? But they were surely a majestic sight, swimming in those ancient seas, like a long-necked rubber ducky. What else we got? We already have a Diplotail. Whoops. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. Hoo-hoo. Alright, Megalocide. Alright, you don't have that. Yes, it is done! The Megalosaurus is complete, and a splendid specimen indeed. Sure. Just for the heck of it. Oh yeah, relative of the deer that lived during the Ice Age long after the dinosaurs. Oh yeah, we heard this. I guess I just forgot which one it was. Damn it, I hit the wrong button again. I want to go fossils first, bugs second. This is most assuredly some amber. Isn't that like the very first fossil I donated? I already have a coprolite too. The more fossils I get, the more likely I am to get duplicates. Iguanodon tail, you do not have that. Ah, that graceful ballerina of the Cretaceous, the Iguanodon. When I say it was graceful, I mean by the, rather low bar set by other large herbivores. Apparently it would nimbly dodge the attacks of predators and fight back with its thumb claws. It could even walk on two legs when it wanted to. It was the most elegant and lithe of dinosaurs. I'm all aflutter. Perfect. Sure. Oh, Ankylosaurus was the herbivore hero, the glazing gladiator. Oh yeah, we saw this. It does, honestly. Now for the bugs. The walking stick looks just like a twig, does it not? Whew! It even has knots like a real twig would. These bashful bugs mimic plants in this way to hide from predators. A noble goal, you might say. But though the deceptive wretches fool some, they do not fool me. I see these bugs for what they are. Monsters, plain and simple. I say, did you know that walking sticks can grow to 2 feet long? Oh god. Imagine running into one. Surely I would faint. Oh god. Oh my god, that would be terrifying. A 2-foot-long walking stick. No, thank you. A saw shark. Wonderful. As you might expect from the name, the saw shark is a shark with a head that resembles a saw. This unusual appendage is used both to dig potential prey out of the sand and as a weapon against said prey. Given that, it seems like a more appropriate name would have been a several sword shark, eh what? Oh, whoops, wrong button. I mean, I find it pretty, but okay. I think there actually is a painting that's in the mail right now. Some say the Agrias butterfly is one of the most beautiful butterflies in the world. Bah! I say, bah! They may have brightly colored wings, but the way they flutter and flitter, so foul! In fact, the Agrias butterfly flies so fast, it is quite a feat to catch one. I suppose I should congratulate you on your good fortune, but catching any bugs seems a misfortune to me. A great white shark. Great white sharks are obviously known first and foremost for their biting. They are masters of the craft. They do lose teeth regularly through biting-related activities, but luckily, those teeth grow back quickly. In fact, their missing teeth can be regrown in a single day. Just imagine their tooth fairy-related income. Wow. Just a day? God damn. What kind of regrowth organic tissue do they have? The gar. So you've snagged a gar. Did you know this beastly fish can grow up to 9 feet long? Indeed, the gar is a remnant of times long past. A living fossil, if you will. It not only has sharp teeth and armor like scales, it has the ability to take breaths of air as well. To look upon this unusual fish is to get a glimpse of our prehistoric past. Wild. Two things to go. Yeah, this one was a bitch to catch. It took like over half an hour to actually find this thing. Ew, the Goliath Beetle is a colossal creature that can grow up to 4 inches long. Yes, they love to sup on sap and pollen and frolic among the flowers. But did you know, the Goliath Beetle has a horn upon its head that it uses to fight foes? And picture this, each one of this behemoth's legs ends in pinchers. Deep, calming breaths. Wow, that's creepy. Just a tiny little ant. I warn you, the ant may be a small bug, but it finds scary strength in numbers. So, funny story. Back when my mom used to go photographing, she once took me to this graveyard she was trying to like study, I think, relative graves or something for, and I was told to sit on a little brick wall. Well, I dug my feet into what I thought was just a mound of dirt. It turns out it was a giant fire anthill. Yeah, you can imagine the several amounts of bites I got. Ugh. It was horrible. You see, the ant itself is the strongest creature in the world in relation to its size. One of these diminutive fiends can carry 50 times its own body weight. And if it wants to lift something even larger, why it simply calls on its ant friends to join the effort. Creepy cooperation, I say. Wow. No, that'll be it. That'll be it, Bladders. Actually, there is one more thing. And afterwards, I plan on finding a lot of fruit to sell. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and put this wallpaper. Unless it's recommended I keep them. At last, I'm reunited with me crew. These sea dogs are truly be sunk without their beloved captain. I've sent you some pirate booty as a reward. Promise you'll gaze at it often and spare a thought from me. Jolly Reds. At Jolly Red's Treasure Trawler, we know you want quality. That's why we're so pleased you took the time to visit our Will Thrive anchorage and buy this flowery painting. Oh yeah, that's the painting to donate. Rank B. Okay. Let's see what I got. Flowery painting. Pirate ship helm. HHA pennant. Let's place it above the thing that made it all possible. The DIY workbench. Pirate ship helm. I gotta place it. Time to donate my very first art thing. Flowery painting. Ooh, what? Is that a flowery painting? And the genuine article, no less? Yes, it is, indubitably. 'Tis even more magnificent than I imagined. I shall treat this donation with the utmost care. Owl's honor. I shall also leave details about your donation for all to read once it is on display. Woo! Please do check back later. I shall also donate... The Rosalia Vitesi beetle is a type of longhorn beetle, so named for the long antenna upon its head. But did you know that longhorn beetles often grow antennae larger than their very own bodies? What? As if this weren't odious enough, look closely and you'll find these antennae are covered in tufts of hair. Best not look closely, I say. So your personal hell would be an island of bugs, my personal hell would be an island of scorpions. Rainbow Stag. It's funny that this is one of the most, like, skittish bugs, and I ended up just, like, catching it like it was no problem simply because I thought it was an atlas moth. Rainbows are beautiful things, I'm sure we all agree, but rainbow stag beetles? Bleh! Yes, this beetle's back and belly shine with a pretty rainbow-colored luster. But that does not change the fact this bug has large pincers on its face and loves to pick a fight. If one can wish upon a rainbow, then I wish to stay far away from that rainbow stag. Perhaps I picked the wrong profession. I mean, to be fair, I gave it to you. But then again, that's not you really staying far away from it either. Giant water bug! How to put this gently? Ah, yes. Beware the giant water bug! I tell you, this vicious predator has been known to attack fish, frogs, and even snakes. Snakes! Truth be told, no one is safe. Its nickname is the toe biter, for goodness sakes. Now, one final fact before I faint. The gruesome bug uses its nose to inject its prey with digestive juices. Ooh, must stop thinking about the unthinkable. Gross.